Hi, I'm April Roane, and I am so glad that you have joined me for this message. A lot of people pass on by the message, or they say they'll get back to it later. Some of you even save it in special folders. But nonetheless, a lot of the messages are being missed. So I ask you to listen to the message that follows. Remember, it is through me, not from me, and divine timing isn't accidental. Let's roll. Reality as we've known it is changing. It's changing real time, right in our face. And for many of us, some of these changes are great, exciting, while some of them are disheartening, scary, and new. And while I'd love to pretend that we can continue doing the same process every week, message in the oracle and the video, I feel this platform needs to change also. Before we continue, I ask that whatever platform you are using to receive my messages on, please subscribe, follow, comment, and share. I appreciate it. It brings all of it together and it keeps the energy flowing. Thank you for helping me help you. And now, back to the message. You better be taking some breaths. You know that's important. These videos are the very things that are through me, not from me. In fact, so many of the messages combined, the weekly and then the oracle and then the meditation, often are directly channeled for some of you individually. I want to know from each of you what has fueled your soul, what has inspired you, what is working. I want to make sure that not only am I focusing on what you need and how I can support and cheer you on the most, but that it's also time effective for me. If we need to do it all in one video, if we need to just combine it all, I just want to make sure that you guys are using these. The bigger picture is most of you I've done readings with. I've worked with you for years. I know the struggle, but I also know what it means to be an old soul on a planet that's changing. And for the first time, we have to walk our walk, talk our talk. I can't cheer you on and support you best if you're not doing the things that you need to do to make sure that you are balanced mind, body, and soul. I mean, it is real when we are disconnected, when we feel overwhelmed. And this experience has never been and will never be about 150 million% joy all day long, every moment. It's the human condition. And so much about this lifetime is about us evolving within our own experience, within the choice, within the awareness. If you really stop and allow yourself to show up here and really think about that, I'm evolving in my face, for myself, for nothing more than that experience, because something in that is why I came back to planet Earth. And if I came back to planet Earth, going through all of this, simply to learn how to be in the delicious unfolding, in the delicious expanding of my consciousness, why I'm here. If this is the route, the road to lead me to where I'm headed, and so many of us don't know what that is. Not here on this earth and not there on the next. You know, I mean, at some point, you've got to look at how many psychic mediums do this work, how many spirit box sessions can paranormal investigators do. I mean, at some point, we can only go as far as that little velvet rope, and somehow none of us are allowed to go further until we shift. We are recording. I just panicked. I got so into this, and I looked down and I'm like, we're not recording. I can't make this happen again. Okay, so big, big, beautiful lifetime. And somehow you found me in this crazy world, and I can't thank you enough for that. Because then I got to see you, and you inspire me. You know, just reading even some of you now remotely, I know what some of you are going through. And when I say disheartening, so many of us are empaths. We're feelers. And we're trying to do thinking and feeling situations. It's almost like Spirit says, or God says, hey, remember, in your breath, I will always be here to get your attention in your awareness. And that is where I get to love you. And if you don't want to explore that, the only other option is that there will be well-being and balance. So at some point, you have to understand God is saying, there is always well-being balanced. I will always be here in love. Calm your tuts. Take a breath. I think so many of us have showed up in this moment upset because we were not given all of the things we thought we needed in order to function at this time. And God, Spirit, higher power, the universe, your loved ones, your angels, your guides just said, be here in your awareness. That is where I am. And if that source is the breath, then we are in this present moment not living it with source. We are living it against source. We are blindly breathing. We came here to feel alive. And so much of change and new beginnings, even trusting that which we cannot see, is going to be the most amazing experience. They're talking about it on the other side now. In every reading I'm doing, everyone's loved one is like, everyone's gathering on the other side. It's almost like the biggest Quidditch game of all times is happening. And I have so many of you and me who are sitting here like it's still 2001. We're still dealing with the impact of 9/11 on a feeling level. Society sweeps and is sweeping so much under the rug. You know, we almost separate politics and government from our spiritual life. And that's going to create a conflict if both of those areas aren't in sync with your truth. This year is about you and I and them and he and she. It is about each of us finding that truth and being left alone to explore that in safety. People are freaking out. People are blowing things up because they're afraid. Do not be distracted this year. Do not. And remember, we're feelers, we're seers, we're knowers, we're hearers. Dana. Celebrating a little clairaudience lately. But we can't not experience energy and vibration around where we are. We need to accept it, see it, and know, here it is, know that living comes from the ability to release others into the hands of their truth and continue to align with the reality of yours. Ooh, please play that again and again. Literally cut that section out, put my website on it, and then share it. Because that was a true channel. That was beautiful. I can't say it again if I tried. Press rewind. Let me know what you need on my Patreon page so that I can grab you where you are, not where we were when we started the page. All right, my beautiful, brave, courageous souls, keep in mind that sometimes love and strength is holding space for others who are going through the non-preferred, the scary, holding space knowing that everyone on this planet, every single one, is facing truth and change. And if you're scared or confused, and you know about love and light, imagine the millions upon millions upon millions that don't, that haven't, that not only is the change new, but that they're aware of their awareness for the first time. And you can run with that knowing this is a carpet, a red carpet being rolled out just for you. Or we can continue to judge the unfolding of others. Judging makes us sick. I will see you at aprilroane.com. I love you. You heard the message. I expect you to please get back to me. Let's connect. We are all getting so much busier, and we're separating more and more and more and more and more. And sometimes it is really good just to go back to an old-fashioned potluck bingo night. I say maybe we do that on a Zoom. I like that idea. Maybe we do some Patreon potlucks and we can bring different things. We could eat in front of each other. We got to do that. But we can bring different things. You know, maybe one Patreon member this month will be in charge of the lesson. And then another one. I mean, come on. When things are changing, so are options, creative moments, expressive experiences, living. The one thing that is definite about life is change.